Hello everybody, this is Bonita, design team member for J&S Hobbies and Crafts, here to share with you my new package of goodies that I got from J&S Hobbies. So let's first start with our adhesive. As you know, I'm a big fan of the art glitter glue. I try to start with a full bottle of glue. As you see, my bottle is well used, but I love it. It's important to have that, and then your fine tip applicator on there. We also, of course, are going to use our Scor Tape, and we will use a 1/4 inch roll and a 3/8 inch roll. I occasionally use 1/8 inch, but these are the two that we really like to use. As you know, I always smudge my edges, and often I smudge them with Vintage Photo, but I'm super excited to do this with Ground Espresso from Tim Holtz Distressed Ink. His ink is great, but again, this is Ground Espresso. Hold that thought. Well, we also got some magnets to use this time. Now, my last album that I created had no magnets in it, so we will be sure to use these magnets. Some of the embellishments that we have a piece of burlap that we'll be using. We have the beautiful lace, which we've used before. This is a 1-inch lace, the Raschel Lace. It's absolutely gorgeous. We have a different closure this time, and I'm debating on how I'm going to do this, but this is a swing closure. It's antique brass. Isn't that cool? We also have some plates from Tim Holtz, and there is 6 in here, and we'll probably be using 1. And there's a couple different places that you can put that on. You can put it on the spine. You can put it on the front cover. I'm not sure yet exactly where we're going to put it, but these are really cool. We also have some 1/4 inch flat back pearls, which are so fun to use as well. So we have a package of those. Of course, we always need to use our tie back to make sure that we are giving some good strength to our cover and our gusset. So that's what we'll be using that for. Of course, we need our black cardstock, and this is a 12 by 12 package of black cardstock. We will use 12 by 12, and occasionally I'll use some 8.5 by 11, so it just depends on what exactly we are making at the moment. Okay, so now it's the big reveal of the paper. And remember I said we were going to use this new ink, Ground Espresso? And that is because our paper that we are going to use, oh my gosh, Ciao Bella, Buongiorno, Italiano. Now that's a tough one for me to say. Ciao Bella, Buongiorno, Italiano. This paper is coffee driven. It is super cool. I'm a coffee drinker. My mom's a coffee drinker. So this is going to be a lot of fun to use. We are going to use 2 packages, and I'm excited. We only have 16 pieces of paper to use, so I'm hoping to give you a super cool album with that. Again, this is the cover. Look at this cover, you guys. Look at that. Do not throw it away. Don't cut it up until I tell you, because we will definitely be using elements from these on both packages because we will need them. And then again, we have our coffee with our Ground Espresso ink. Isn't that cool? Okay, so let's take a look at all of our papers. I'm so excited about this. Look at this. Here's a cup of coffee right there with your cinnamon sticks. We have our coffee distressed pieces in there. I know this is just stunning. You could actually frame this, put this one on your wall. Again, they are double-sided. Look at that. I love the coffee stains. Try not to make your own coffee stains, you guys, but isn't that cool? This one is newspaper, and I'm sure I'm not Italian, nor do I speak Italian, and I'm sorry I probably messed up my Italian as I kind of slipped of the tongue when I first recorded this. Again, but it's Italian paper. We've got coffee marks on there. Great. If you can read Italian, then maybe some of these headlines will make some sense to you. And look at this. This is actually burlap looking. I don't know if you can see that. Different color, but it's burlap. On one of these sets, we will take these 6 cards and we'll cut them up, and we will use them as photo mats. On the back side is also places where you can journal. So we may just cut these apart and leave them not mounted because of that. Again, here's another piece of paper. This has got, I think this is maybe a shoe, how they had the buttons down here on the side. It says Buongiorno. Again, here's our coffee beans down here and our coffee cup. On the other side is just a beautiful piece of ivory paper with a little bit of a writing on there that's in Italian. This is another piece that on one of the sets we will cut these out. Look at this right here. I'm going to turn this so you can see those. They kind of look like bookmarks, but we'll be using those. We have some tags right here that we'll be cutting out. So one of these, on one of the sets, we'll be using these and cutting these out. On the back of that, look at that, coffee beans. Oh my gosh. And when you have all those coffee beans, what do you need? You need a coffee grinder. Look at that. This is an old-fashioned coffee grinder. We have a sign right up here. Again, distressed coffee rings. Looking on the other side, look at this. Isn't that great? The side of coffee beans with a burlap looking background there. And then this is just an all over wood plank with all different kinds of espresso, coffee latte, all different kinds of coffee information on there. And then on the flip side of it is kind of the same thing, but in a different colorway. Isn't that cool? And again, with all the coffee spills all over it. Try not to make your own coffee spills. And then our last page, we have brick. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then on the flip side of it, we have a brick around the outside with just a little bit of a ivory dark smudged background there. Okay, so I'm super excited to get started for you. Again, let's make sure that we keep a hold of your front cover because we definitely will be using that. Again, we are challenged with 16 pages. This will give me 2 more pages to work with, so let's see what kind of album I can build for you, and I hope you're excited to see this. So if you want to be ready for me and my album, reach out to J&S Hobbies and Crafts. The email website will be below in the comments that you can just say, hey, I want to make that whatever Bonita's going to make. I'm super excited about her tutorials, and say, hey, I need all the products, and they will get that for you. Okay, well, I'll see you real soon.